Agro Product Development Research Institute, APDRC, Dr. Panjabrao Deshmukh, Krishi Vidyapit, Akola. She was working as a SRF. Madam has been awarded with many awards that includes Kaliyugin Gandharv Kanya Pune in 2019, Kartabkar Mahila Puraskar from Naik Pratishthan Pune in 2019, Me Padvidar Award 2019, Parvati Gaurav Puraskar in 2019 from Parvati Nagrik Kruti Samiti Pune as a Prime Singer Award in World Guinness Book of Record Mumbai in December 2019. Madam's membership includes she is a member of Association of Food Scientists and Technologists AFSTI, life member of Laghu Udyog Bharati, and member of Net Profan Pune chapter. Thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting our invitation. We welcome you all in this session.
Thank you. My pleasure. And thanks again for the invitation. It will be my pleasure. Okay, so shall we start the presentation or
Yeah,
we have to wait for some candidates?
No, we can start. And thank you very much for accepting our invitation. And we are seeing your profile, and just now Karishma told that so many awards you have won. Actually, I know
Thank
with
you.
respect to songs and all things, but you are working in all the sectors. And people
Thank
may
you. My
know,
pleasure,
uh,
sir. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
may or may not know, but she sings well also. She is our Lata Mangeshkar to as such. With addition to this food and all things, she is also working, and she has got so many awards in the law as well as the in society. So it is most welcome. So I
Yeah.
welcome you to this last session of this FDP, which is most important because we have learned so many sessions regarding food processing, food packaging, and food preservation. So most important one of the part right now at least is with respect to food laws, safety regulations. So you will highlight on that one. So I welcome for this session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall I share my screen now? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If anything network issue, just you can call me, or if anything is there disturbances, okay? So just let me know. Is everybody seen the screen?
Yes, it is visible. Visible.
Visible? Okay.
Just click it the slide mode. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Close my video also, no?
You can switch on this video for a few minutes. Later, you can switch off.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the session on food safety standard and certification. Okay. So we'll see what are the contents in that. It's not going. Just a moment. Hang something. Yeah. Okay. So the presentation contains these are the topics in which food chain will discuss about the food chain, food safety, food hygiene, safe food, better business, concept of certification, why food safety certification is important, what are the different food safety standard, how will be the food safety audit, what is the certification process for that, and benefit of food safety certification and career in auditing and certification. As you know about there are so much posts are available for food technologists in different sector in food industry. but this is little bit different as a career in auditing in the food safety certification. So we'll discuss that also in the coming slides. Excuse me, I think laptop got hang. Just a moment. There's some problem is there, I think. So just a moment. Just a moment. I think it got hang. Okay. Okay. Sorry, some disturbances are there. Okay. Okay, so related to food chain, uh, everyone aware about the food chain. It is from the farm up to the consumer. If we see the sequences, like from farm we got the crops and then transport, it goes to food industry, then import, maybe their distribution is there, then retail, restaurant, and comes up to us like as a consumer. So this is nothing but the food chain from farm to fork, what we have said. So what is the definition? That is the sequence of stages and operation involved in production, processing, distribution, storage and handling of food and food ingredients from primary production to consumption. This is called as a food chain. So what happened? Sorry, sir. Some it's not going. Sorry, some facing some problem. I think it got stuck. Without wasting any time. Related to food chain, yes, it is a sequence of stages and operation involved in production, processing, distribution from far to fork. We can say the what are the steps include in this? It's known as the food chain. And what is the food safety? Food safety is a concept that food will not cause any harm to the consumer when it is prepared or eaten according to its intended use. Food hygiene is all measures to ensure the food safety and wholesomeness of the food from receipt of raw material to supplying the consumer, and prerequisite programs are there, which is the basic condition and activities that are necessary to maintain a hygiene environment throughout the food chain, suitable for the production, handling, and provision of safe end product and safe food for the human consumption. So, there are three different definitions here: food safety, food hygiene, and the prerequisite programs. PRP is some technical terms which include the basic condition, for example, pest control, cleaning hygiene practices, personal hygiene, These are comes under the prerequisite programs. So we need to maintain all these things. What is the safe food? The safe food, then if we prepare the safe food, then obviously there will be a better business. So safe food, better business is an innovative and practical approach to food safety management. It has been developed to help small businesses put in place food management system procedure and comply with the food hygiene regulations. See, you should think about what might go wrong with the food that you sell and what you must do it to ensure it is safe or for your customer. You should put in place a system that based on food safety practices that you are familiar with and in line with the general HACCP. The level of documentation required will depend on the nature and size of your business. If you start any business and if you prepare the safe food, then automatically there will be a popularity of your business, of your food, and automatically business will grow. That is the main idea behind this. So we'll see the foundation. What is the foundation of the food safety? So in food safety, what we discussed in the previous slide, that there are three different definitions: food hygiene, food safety, and the prerequisite program. So prerequisite program is main of the base of food safety, which include the improvement and the maintenance, training, quality raw material, production, process, storage, packing, delivery, and infrastructure and hygiene also. So this is the main foundation for food safety. Why this food safety is important? Food safety is highly important both financially as well as the ethically. There are few examples it given in this slide. The cost of food recall for the companies. So failing to implement an effective food safety protocol can lead to contaminated products entering the food chain. So there was some there is some example related to that. So, cost of food recall cost companies an average uh, 10 million USD. Okay, indirect and immediately measurable cost alone. But long-term effect is always there. So, some 21% of consumers say they would never again purchase anything from the manufacturer who had the recall. We must known about some recall examples in our India, like Nokia batteries as well as the Maggie also. So that is nothing but the recall. Whenever there is a recall, yes, obviously it hampers the quality, production, and the name, popularity, prestige of that manufacturer also. Also the human cost of the unsafe food. If any unhygienic product we manufacture or any unsafe product is there, so obviously it hampers our health, and many of the people suffer through that. Each year 1 in 10 people will suffer from the foodborne illness or injury, and estimated 420,000 people die every year as a result of eating contaminated food. Okay, so the World Health Organization states that food safety, nutrition, and food security are inextricably linked. Okay, so the lack of safe food creates a vicious cycle of disease and malnutrition. So that's why the food safety is very much important. Okay, so why I'm telling to food safety? Because to manage food safety and to implement the food safety, some certifications, some standards are there. So what are those standard we'll see in coming slides. So first we know about the what is the concept of certifications. You must be aware that this and you are known that few companies are certified. What certified? Like different standard are there. ISO 9000 certification, BRC certification, ISO 22000 certification. Many certifications are there and many are coming up. So we'll see in detail in coming slide. What are the concept of certification? First is the standardization and the standards. So what is the standardization? To set up a standard for a procedure or a product specification to which every stakeholder are there in order to ease logistical procedure, facilitate trade and possibly improve quality if the requirement of the standard involved an improvement compared to the common practices. This is very technical, but in the simple way, to set up a standard of a procedure and product specification to which every stakeholder adheres. So some standards are there. Okay, for example, ISO 9001 standard. So each of one has to implement that, has to follow that standard and to set the procedure and the whole practices in their manufacturing unit and to maintain the standard. So that is nothing but the standardization. And there are two types of standards there. One is product and one is process standard. Product standards, for example, many of the products you must seen in the market like organic product, right? GMO certified products. These are nothing but the product certification which is given to the particular product or particular industry for their product. Okay, and process standard is overall for the overall industry. So we'll see in detail which are the product standard and which are the process standard. So food safety standard are essentially process standard, and in the food safety field, good agriculture practices, good hygiene practices represent the performance standard. So after this standardization and the standard, there are standard setting body. How these standards come up? So we'll see that also. Standard can be set up by government institution, by private sector, or even by the certification bodies that want to set their own standard. And what is the certification and what is the certification program? After setting the standard, there is a certification process. If any company wants to go for the certification, so they need to go to the certification body. What is certification? Certification is a process by which third party gives written assurance that a product or process is in conformity with the corresponding standard. And what is the certification program? It is the system of rules, procedure and management for carrying out certification, including the standard against which it is being certified. Means any certification program, for example, any standard like 9,000, 22,000, BRC, FSSC, many standards are there. So, so that is related to certification and the certification program. So who is giving this certification? There are few certification bodies are there who gives the certification. The certification program is carried out by the certification body, which does the inspection and deliver the certificates. So there are different certification body like these are only the example I am giving just for your knowledge, that TVSU, the HGS, Base ID, NVGL, LRQA, Food Chain ID, SGS, many ISOQR, many are there. So these are the certification bodies. So who uh, who control the certification body? There is the accreditation body. Okay, so certification body can carry out certification program only if it is evaluated and accredited by an authoritative bodies. Okay, they are of government or the para-governmental institute. So few of the accreditations bodies are there like DAX, NABCB, UCAS, DAC, and NAB. This is related to different countries. In India, NABCB is the accreditation body who accredit the certification bodies. Okay, DAX is from Germany, UCAS different, DAC is from the Dubai. These are from different countries. The accreditation is there. Okay, then related to a label and certification logo, if you see few of the company board mention ISO 9001 certified. Okay, many of the food products labels comes as ISO 22000 certified. So this is the labeling after getting the certification. So you can use that logo on your product but not on your letterhead on or on your uh, certificate of analysis or the lab report. So this is regulated to label. Why do business need food safety certification? in order to prevent recalls. If you yes, how it is? Because if you implement the standard which is related to food safety, automatically the whole procedure you are going to follow, and automatically the chances of recall or major food safety complaint or any non-compliance may reduce, and it helps us to reduce your recall complaint everything. So it improves the productivity, it prevent the recall. Food sector business has successfully met all requirement of national or international recognized best practice approach, and also it will give the competitive advantage in the marketplace. Then a food safety certification is there. We already discussed like a product certification as well as organization certification. Where there are no legal requirement for food sector business to conform to standard, certification is the voluntary. See, what this means in India, now the FSSAI has started many audits, and they already mention in um, their act that food safety certification is also required. They have done the mandatory GMP audits also. All now the FSSAI third party audit also started in India. But some of the country already has these practices. They already the food safety certification is mandatory in other countries. For example, if we want to export to the British countries, okay, so BRC certification, most of the customers ask for the BRC certification. Without that, they not approve the consignment also. So it is again depend on the government body as well as the local act of that country. These are some of the acronyms just for the information, because it comes in our presentation in coming slide, like BRC, then IFS, NASA, SQF. Food safety standards. We'll see there are two types of food safety standard. Legal food safety requirement as defined by the governmental agency. In India, it is FSSAI, and food safety certification obtained from private third party certification like IFS, BRCGS, SQF, FSSC 22000. These are for few of the example of the food safety standard. So there are some food safety regulation and the regulatory bodies country-wise. In India is the FSSAI, US is the Food Safety Modernization Act, FSMA, Canada is SFCA, Europe is EFSA. These are different food safety regulations and regulator bodies country-wise. It is just for the information. So choosing a food safety standard, when any company wants to go for the food safety certification, then which standard is suitable to that industry? It is very much important how to go for which standard. So what are the basic criteria, like key differences between certification scheme involved? Where you are in the supply chain, you are primary producer, manufacturer, logistic, transport, or whatever. What is your product sector, and what is your scope of the business? These three criteria is very much important while choosing any food safety standard. Then choosing food safety standard related to primary producer, there are different standard. Manufacturer, there are different standard. If you see the SQF code, Canada GAP, Global GAP is for primary producer. Then for food safety manufacturing scheme, BRC is there, FSSC is there. Then Global Rate Meat Standard, International Food Standard is also there. Then related to packing standard, means like primary packaging, whatever now also the FSS also mentioned related to primary packaging for the food, which comes directly in contact with the product. So for that also BRC IOP standard is there, IFA, IFS PAC QR standard is also there. Again, for the labeling of food, yes, food allergen labeling, gluten-free certification program is also there. So these are different standard. So I have taken few of the standard in detail, which is generally used in India and which is very much demanding. And you must be heard about all these names of the standard. So few, there are so many, but I have taken the major one. One is HACCP, Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point. Second is ISO 22000, which is Food Safety Management System. Then FSSC, Food Safety System Certification. BRCGS, now the name is changed. IFS, feed, then FAMIGAS, which is related to feed additives, and the Global Gap and organic certification. In all these things, if see in these are the standard, but few standard like Global Gap and organic is related to primary production, and for processing these are the different standard like BRC, IFS, FSSC, ISO 22. These are related to processing. Okay, so while drafting these standards, so different organization involved in that. So these are the few organization which involved during the drafting and benchmarking of the standard. So GFSI is Global Food Safety Initiative, one of the organization involved in drafting. So the GFSI approved standard is two standards are there, FSSC and BRC are the two approved standard by the GFSI. Who is the GFSI? Is the organization set up by the 650 CEOs from the 150 countries of various industry comprising food manufacturer, retailer and everything, and to enhance global food safety by benchmarking safe practices and certification system under the motto one certified accepted everywhere. Okay, so benchmark standard is BRC, IFS, SQF, Dutch HACCP, Global Gap and FSSC 22000. So we'll see the HACCP. So HACCP is the Codex Alimentarius, a HACCP-based approach whenever possible to enhance food safety desired. HACCP long form is Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point. Okay. The history is like that. It started in 1960, late 1960. Development of HACCP-based food safety concept by NASA in collaboration with Pillsbury. Then in 1993, introduction of HACCP under European directive. Then in 94 SQF, then 1997 HACCP based certified FABL standard it come up. Okay. Then in 1998, first private sector standard BRC come up. Then in 2005, ISO 22000 come up. Then 2008 release of FSSC. Now the current version of ISO 22000 is 2018, which released in 2018, and FSSC version 5 is 2019, and now the FSSC version 5.1 is going on. Okay, currently. So this is the history of HACCP. It is developed by the Pillsbury NASA for Manned Space program in 1960s. The shift from reactive to proactive food safety principle began when HACCP was born in 1959. Okay, in which NASA collaborated with Pillsbury Company, an American manufacturer of baked goods and baking mixes, to create risk-based system that identified critical failure area in production that posed health risks. And with Pillsbury, the HACCP is development as a guideline to manufacture the safe food. By the mid 1980s, scientists around the world agreed that the proactive nature of HACCP provided a more effective means of controlling for food safety hazard than traditional inspection methods. Okay, so where this application of HACCP, where they can apply it is again this nothing but the food chain and it applicable to whole food chain like primary production, is there procurement, receiving, then production, packaging, storage, distribution, and the consumption. HACCP is the system which identify, evaluate, and control hazards which are significant for food safety. And all the available food safety systems are based on the Codex principles and HACCP. What are the standards come up after the HACCP, like ISO 22000, then FSSC, then BRC? These are the very stringent standards are there, but the base is the HACCP. Okay, so I'm not giving in detail what is the requirement of HACCP, but just the overview of the HACCP I'm giving here by uh, showing this slide. This HACCP-based system is includes the 5 preliminary steps and the 7 principles. Which are the steps? Whenever you want to implement the HACCP in your organizations, you have to follow this uh, steps and the principles like assemble HACCP team. HACCP team must be multidisciplinary. Then your product need to describe what is the intended of your product, construct process flow diagram, and the flow diagram on-site verification means like confirm the flow diagram with the actual situation. Then seventh principle of HACCP in which you need to identify the food safety hazard in each process. Then what is the critical control point in that process? Then against each critical control point, you need to set the critical limits. Then how will be the monitoring process for that critical control point? Then what is the corrective action if it deviate from the critical limit? What is the record keeping procedure, means which record you are keeping for that particular monitoring of CCP, and establish the procedure for the verification also. These are the 7 principles and the 5 preliminary steps you need to implement for this HACCP. Then what is the benefit of HACCP? It is the management tool that provide more structured approach to the control of identify hazard in comparison to traditional inspection and quality control procedure. It is a systematic approach. It moves a company from retrospective end product testing approach towards a preventive quality assurance approach. And international authorities such as joint FAO, WHO, Codex Alimentary Commission promote HACCP as a system of choice for ensuring food safety. Okay, so this is all about the HACCP. Then we'll move to the next standard, which is a basic like ISO standard, ISO 9001. What is the long form of ISO? This is the International Organization for the Standardization. Non-governmental organization NGO established in 1947 based in Geneva, Switzerland, and has a membership of 160 national standard institute from the countries in all regions of the world. What is this 9001? 9001 is the world's most popular and most commonly used standard for quality management system. This is international consensus on the good management practice. This is into standard requirement and covers any organization, whatever the size, industry, or the culture. See, if we see the ISO standard, there are different ISO standard are there, but ISO 9001 standard is applicable to all industry, which can upload, which any industry can certify for the ISO 9001 standard. So this is the history of 9001 standard. I'll move to next. How does 9001 work? It's identify what requirement you must meet, does not identify how you meet the requirement. Every quality measurement system is unique, allow for flexibility and allow management to stay in the driving seat. So, development of ISO 9000 standard like this. First version is 9001 1980 7, first issue. Second issue is in 1994. Third is 2000. Fourth is 2008. Fifth is 2015. And now the current version is 2015. Recertification audits to the new standard. Okay, this is the history what we have discussed. This is the certification process for ISO. First, you have to submit the application to the certification body. Then, system implementation, in which training, documentation, internal audit, and MRM you have to do at your organization. Then, certification audit will be there. There are two stages: stage 1, stage 2, and then certificate issue. And for the continual maintenance of the certification, there are the surveillance audit. So this is the general ISO certification process for any system certification. The next standard is the ISO 22000 standard. Okay, so this is applicable to food industry. Okay, first is in the food industry, first standard is HACCP and then the ISO 22000, and if we upgrade, then the FSSC 22000. Okay, so this ISO 22000 standard, if we see, it is a combination of the HACCP and ISO 9001. So the ISO 22000 is a global standard for food safety management system designed to enable organization to control food safety hazard along the food chain. Applies to all types and size of organization participating in the food chain. So history is ISO 22000 was initially published in 2005 as a response to number of successive food crises, the globalization of food supply chain creating uncertainty with regard to the origin of food product, and need to facilitate the harmonization of international food safety regulations. So this is history. In June 2018, ISO 20000 was published. Okay, so in ISO 22000, which is the new international standard for food safety management system, specify requirement for food safety management system within a food chain where an organization must demonstrate its ability to control food safety hazard and need to conform to both customer and supply requirement. For instance, should a risk of metal contamination be identified, ISO 20000 may recommend the installation of metal detector with rejection mechanism to manage the hazard. So that's why this food safety management system is important, and it gives the um, uh, international presence for this food safety standard. So this is the first new international standard. HACCP is the guideline, and ISO 20000 is the first international standard for the food safety. So to manage this ISO 22000 basic criteria to enable a functioning food safety management system is management commitment, food safety policy, documented procedure, flow chart, food safety team. This is the training, verification of internal audit. These are the requirement for this standard. We need to implement that. For food safety management system, there are 5 basic key elements of FSMS is there. Good practices, which include PRP, hazard analysis, HACCP, management system, statutory regulatory requirement, and the communications. Okay. In our FSSI Act, describe the FSMS in this section, that for recognition of organization or agency for food safety audit and checking compliance with the food safety management system required under the Act or the rules and regulation made the under. So it also mentioned related to food safety management system. So, what is the food safety management system again? It is integrate the 7 principle of HACCP and combine it with the PRP, pre-requesting program necessary to control and reduce any food safety hazard, and also include the PRP, are also referred to as a good hygiene practices and good manufacturing practices. So I mentioned the PRP. What is this PRP? It is basic condition and activities that are necessary to maintain hygienic environment throughout the food chain, which include this primary production, design, facility, control of operation, maintenance, then personal hygiene, transportation, product information, training. So all it is nothing but the PRP. So ISO 20000 certification process is like this. First, request for the registration. You have to send the application form to the certification body. Then there is a document review pre-assessment, then registration audit. Pre-assessment document review is the stage 1 audit, then registration audit is stage 2. Then if any non-compliance is there in the audit, then you have to take the corrective action. Then after getting the corrective action, then the certification decision will be there and they issue the certificate. Then certification and publicizing your registration, and the maintaining registration and the surveillance audit. For each year there is a surveillance audit to maintain the certification. So ISO 22000 is developed globally and acknowledged, globally acknowledged. It is the certificate is valid for 3 years. The first year is the certification audit, stage 1, stage 2, followed by the yearly surveillance. Some of the organization can ask for the 6 monthly surveillance audit also, which is accredited by NABCB, QC and IFA approved foreign accreditation bodies. And this is the website. If you see, so you will get the idea. For the ISO.org. Here, this is the website of the ISO standard, where you will get the all detail of the standard. If you go in this standard block, what are the popular standards are here. Okay, so this is the related to this ISO website. So you can note down this website also. You can go there and you will get the whole idea about this. Okay. So next is FSSC. Okay. So FSSC is a Food Safety System Certification, which is developed by the Foundation for Food Safety in coordination with the Confederation of Food and Drink Industry in European Union. It is widely accepted by the multinationals. The Foundation of Food Safety Certification, means Food Safety System Certification (FSSC), offer a complete certification scheme for the auditing and certification of food safety management system. Okay, so if we see what is this FSSC, this FSSC scheme required these components, that is ISO 22000, PRP, and the FSSC 20000 requirement. These components altogether is nothing but the FSSC certification. So that's why I'm going step by step. First is HACCP, then 9001. The combination of ISO and 9001 is ISO 22001, ISO 22000, and then FSSC is the combination of ISO 22000, PRP, and some additional requirement of the FSSC. It all combines comes as a FSSC certification. Okay, So this related to FSSC 22000 in November 2020, FSSC has published version 4. Okay, so version 5.1, sorry. So now the current version is version 5.1 for the FSSC. Okay, so FSSC issue till date it's means in India is 1457 till Feb. Now it already increased, and there are some FSSC development program also separately. So these are some of the website where you can get the detail of this FSSC certification. So this is the website for FSSC 22000. We'll just take a look of that so that you will get a complete idea about that certification, which is a certificate validity will be 3 years, and it is applicable to different sectors like retail, wholesale, catering, transport, food manufacturing, packaging, uh, animal feed manufacturing, farming, etc. So for all this sector, it is applicable. So this is the website. This is just a glimpse of the FSSC website where you can get the all detail of the different scheme. What are the schemes are there? What who are the partners? How many certified organizations are there? What are the different sectors are there? So you will get whole idea about the this FSSC certification in this slide, in this website. Okay. So what are the different sectors? We'll see that also. Also, they publish the scope guideline. Whenever you want to take a scope for your certification, they have the special separate guideline for that. These are the different sector where FSSC support retail, wholesale, catering, transport, storage, food manufacturing, food packaging, animal feed production, and farming also. If you go in this, you will get the uh, detail of this. Okay, see, like this. Okay, so this is all about the FSSC. These are the scope which covers the FSSC like farming, food manufacturing, which we already discussed. Steps to certification is first is the reflect. Scheme documents are there, so you can go to that and select the which scheme you want to go for. Then prepare. So first you need to contact to FSSC license certification bodies and then arrange audit and contact FSSC license training organization for additional advice. Then certification process will be there and then you will get the certificate. What is the benefit of this FSSC certification? It is owned by non-profit foundation. It is a private standard which is managed by a board of stakeholder, and this makes FSSC 20000 independent from any specific stakeholder and ensures the international commitment. As the scheme is based on the ISO standard, it is truly worldwide credibility. It provides a common language. It provides a systematic management and protocol for PRP. It provides the confidence to other stakeholders that an organization ability to identify and control food safety hazard, and it provides sufficient flexibility for specific customer requirement to be taken into account. So, if any organization is certified by the FSSC 22000, then yes, it is a JFSI approved standard. So, they must be asking for the JFSI approved standard as a FSSC or the BRC. So, many of the organization are nowadays going for the FSSC. We'll see the next standard. It is the BRCGS. Okay, BRC are the British Retail Consortium. The company was founded in 1996 by retailer, and now the name change as a BRCGS is the Brand Reputation Compliance Global Standard. It's a leading brand now, and used by over 29,000 certified suppliers over 130 countries. It is first private sector standard developed by BRC, and many UK, North America, and many European retailer and brand owner will only consider business with the supplier who have granted certification to appropriate BRC global standard. What I have mentioned in the in previous slides, that the few when you want to export your product to other countries, like mainly the British countries, then those customers ask for this BRCGS standard. Okay, so we'll see in detail. So this standard is available for all this sector, like for agent, broker, consumer product, ethical, food safety culture excellence, gluten-free certification program. Many programs are comes under this BRC. The validity is only 1 year for this BRC standard, and it is granted on the grading system. Okay, there are the A, B, C, D, AA grade are there, and if unannounced audit is there, then plus you will get. CBs and auditors are licensed by the BRC, benchmarked by the GFSI, widely accepted in UK and Europe. This is the BRC website, if you see. So you will get the whole idea about the BRC by while visiting this. Okay. So here, what is BRC? What are different standards are there? They already mentioned over here. What are the trainings? Then who are the partner? Who are the resources? You will get whole idea in this BRC website. If you want to do the BRC certification for agent broker, you can go here. You will get the detailed idea. Okay, these are about the BRC. Now next is the IFS standard. So it is again similar to BRC, but yes, IFS food standard is GFSI recognized standard is there. Again, the validity and everything is 1 year. This is private sector standard developed by French and German retailer to standardize the specification for food supplier. Certificate validity 1 year. It is again the granted in the grade like ABCD, widely accepted in Europe and similar to BRC certification. So these are the different BRC IFS standard over here. If you see, for the logistic, for broker, and for food. Okay, so this is all about the IFS. Next is FAMIQS. The FAMIQS certification is mainly related to feed industry. It is not for the food. It is for the feed industry, feed additives. So FAMIQS code addresses the safety, quality, and regulatory compliance of specialty food feed ingredients and their mixtures by minimizing risks that unsafe specifically feed ingredients and their mixture enter the feed and the feed chain. It is related to feed safety. Okay, if you see the website, so FAMIQS website is also there. So it is a 3-year certificate validity. Okay, and again the first year is certification audit includes stage 1, stage 2, and yearly maintenance audit as a surveillance audit. Okay, so now the code version 6 is going on for this FAMIQS. This is all related to the feed industry. Okay, this we already discussed. Next is the global gap. It is the again, farm level certification is a pre-farm gate standard and designed for primary food producers. Okay. There are some option for certification. One, individual, it is for the individual farmer and group of farmers. Certificate validity is 1 year over here. And there is again the website globalgap.org. You will get idea related to this. See, this is the global gap. Here you will get the database and GGN for producer. They have some programs. All details you will get. Who are the certification bodies also. You will get full detail related to global gap here. Then organic certification, you must be aware that some organic products are there in the market. So for that certification also, the website is there. It is the farming without using artificially manufactured chemicals, eco-friendly farming. This is the NPOP certification is globally harmonized and accepted. Again, there are certification option is there. It is for individual farmer as well as the group farmers. Okay, and certification for process organic food. Okay, again, this is the website. I think some error is there. Okay. So we'll move to next. Okay, so these are the all certification related details. Like we discussed about the process certification and product certification in this. So main certification I have explained, main standards I have explained in that. So these are the all standard certification. Now what about the audits? Okay, so there are food safety audit. There are three type of audit: first party, second party, and third party audit. So first party is a internal assessment, self-assessment, internal audit. So you can do on your own in your organization. Second party is the supplier audit, and third party is independent auditor from the outside the organization conduct audit, often the purpose of certification, which is nothing but the certification audit. And the what is the process in this first, second, third party is generally comprised of the 5 steps in which the planning, execution, corrective preventive action, verification, and the audit evaluation need to be there. So what is the benefit of food safety certification? Is the consistency. A well implemented food safety management system can help business consistently produce safe quality food that meets specification, because the standard is same on the international level all over world. The standard is same. If you comply that standard and implement in your manufacturing, the consistency will be there. Due diligence. A food safety management system helps demonstrate that management is meeting its legal responsibility in relation to food safety legislation, regulation, and is doing so effectively. Then consultation. The systematic approach to process ensure that employees and other stakeholders are involved in the business and are aware of the food safety concerns. Then what is the benefit? Cost efficiency, then process based system, customer consumer confidence. Yes, because for example, if any organization is the certified organization for ISO 22 or ISO BRC, so there are few things they can only take the certificate before dealing with any consignment or something like that. So that certificate itself explains that it is the proper standardized organization which implemented all this standard and all taking care of all these aspects of this the food safety. So they no need not to worry about for going and visiting the actual facility. The certificate says everything about the organization. So it automatically gives the confidence to the consumer and the customer to proceed further. Then the risk management is also there. Obviously, after implementation and going through this standard food safety, automatically the risk of recall, major complaint automatically reduced. Then management responsibility, relationship improvement, record keeping, it will automatically improve. Legal protection is also there. Trading benefit and alignment with the other management system also. So these are the benefit of the food safety certification. If you implement the certification in your organization, manufacturer or the food industry, it is beneficial for you. So coming to the last slide, an important slide. So how to make a career in this field? So many of the students asked for that because they don't know about the how to go to the auditing field. See, for the career in certification, you must have the qualification. Minimum requirement is graduate and postgraduate in science, engineering, technology. Okay, means like biochemistry, microbiology, food technology. So minimum qualification is graduate, postgraduate, and then minimum 5 to 7 years of experience in the industry is required. Then you have to go to the lead auditor training course. I would request all students to don't jump to lead auditor course immediately after your graduation or post graduation. First take 5 years of experience in industry and then only you go for the lead auditor training. Then this is okay, then you will get the designation as a QMS auditor, food safety auditor, lead auditor, senior auditor, and then manager. There are different certification bodies are there. So after your graduation or post graduation, after your 5 years of experience, after getting lead auditor training course, you can join any certification body. First, you have to join as a trainee. Then you have to complete some observation audit with the senior auditor, with the lead auditor. After some audits, many certification body can ask for 12 audit, many can 15 audits. It's the different criterias are there. After completion, you will qualified as an auditor only. Then again as an auditor, you have to complete some observation audit with the lead auditor, minimum 5, it depends on CB to CB. And then after your completion of this audit, you have to undergo some witness audit, monitoring audit with the senior auditor, and then only you can qualify as a lead auditor. Okay, so duration for all this process may from the 3 months up to 6 months, maybe year also after joining the certification body. So this is whole process while becoming the lead auditors. I'm also the lead auditor for all this standard like BRC, FSSC, ISO 22, HACCP, ISO 9001, and almost completed more than 1200 mandates in different industry and in India and abroad for the audit. And I have already gone through this process. So many students don't know how to go to this sector. So that's why I'm requesting that don't jump to the lead auditor course immediately. Take a experience, minimum 5 years. And if you think that, yes, I want to make a career in this field, then only go for the lead auditor course and then move ahead. Okay, so this is all about food safety standard certification and career in auditing. This is all from my side. Thank you for your participation and interest and listening me so quietly. And sorry again for inconvenience caused in the starting due to my system and technical error. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, there is a question. What will be
Yes.
the criteria for selecting certification body? As there are so many bodies providing same certification, required by industry?
Yes. So, what happened? There are so many certification bodies are there, but you need to check the accreditation body. Which is the accreditation body is there, and then on that basis only, because there are so many fake agencies are coming up from some region, they are giving the certificate as it is without any auditing and everything. So while choosing the certification body, you just check uh, their presence in the countries, okay, presence worldwide, as well as the accreditations, like Indian accreditation is there and which country's accreditation is there. That is very much important. Yes, thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Another question is, which is the best certification body in India?
I can't comment, sorry for that, because I'm working with the many certification bodies, and so many are there, means like better you go on the website and check. That is because I could not comment on that. Yeah, but few automatically you will get through the market presence, or only give the idea, as well as from the mouth publicity also, means experiences from the customers. They, how is the auditing skill, how they are authentically doing the audits. So automatically you will get the idea for that.
Okay, ma'am. Is there any question from participant side?
Hello, madam. Good afternoon. Your presentation was good,
Yes, thank
and
you,
this
sir.
is unexplored actually food-based things.
Yes.
So you have explained many things, ma'am. Actually, if we wanted to go for some certification process in small scale or medium scale industries, so what would be what you are preferring, ma'am? So what would be so what kind of certifications we have to take? So
Yes, sir.
if
Mhm.
I wanted to make something like a food processing, food extraction unit, in the sense, what kind of certifications I have to go?
Okay, yes, sir. Because I have mentioned that first we need to go for the HACCP, for it is a guideline. But yes, initial stage you can go for the ISO 22000 certification. Yes. And if
Yes,
any
ma'am.
customer, yeah, if any customer demanding the GFSI approved certification to export, then you can go for the FSSC and BRC. But better to go initially for the ISO 22000.
Okay, ma'am. Then one more questions I have.
Yes, sir.
Uh, for this certification process, how much cost we have to spend, ma'am, and how long it will take to get a certification, and what will be the actually validation of that certificate? Like, so will it be valid for this 2 years or 3 years or kind of a things, ma'am? So what
Yes.
is that?
If we take an example of ISO 20000, then for the audit purpose, you need to prepare and implement the system, the standard, and the minimum 3 months of record they are checking during the audit. So to implement this standard, you may get it may take 3 to 6 months. Okay. And related to quotation, it again related to commercials. It depend on certification body to certification body. For the implementation documentation, consultant take the different fee, and for the certification purpose, it is a different fee. It may vary from 1.5 lakh to 3 lakh, depend on the your size of organization, number of employees, and how many products lines will be there. And related to validity, yes, ISO 20000, FSSC, and HACCP, these three standards is of 3 year validity, and BRC is a 1 year validity.
Thank you so much, ma'am. One more questions I
Yes, sir.
have.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that actually like nowadays startups and all those things are happening. So if you have any kind of certification, government do any favor or something like subsidies or kind of a things, can we get it, man?
Yeah, previously it was there. There was a subsidy from the government for implementing this. But yes, nowadays that different schemes are also there, sir, for to start up the business. Like Pantapradhan Yojana, some Atmanirbhar Yojana, some related to some food processing industry. They are coming up with the different schemes from the government, so where you can get addition like 30 to 70% of the benefit. So obviously you can take that benefit and start your units.
Thank you, madam. Last question.
Yes, sir.
To export some products, so is the BRC certification is sufficient, ma'am?
For the export,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, it depend again which country you are exporting and what is the demand of your customer. Mainly they are asking for JFSI certification. If they are okay with the FSSC, then you can go for the FSSC also. So FSSC
Okay.
and BRC either or it's again depend on the customer.
Okay, it means actually, can I understand like this? Actually, depends on the country. Actually, depend on their requirement. We have to go for the certification process, isn't it,
Yes,
ma'am?
yes, depend on the customer. Yes, yes, sir.
Yes,
Sometimes
yes.
what
Thank.
they only ask for the JFSI approved certification. So JFSI approved standards are two, like FSSC and BRC. So FSSC also solve their problem. So you can decide because somehow BRC cost wise is goes like it's a 1 year validity only, right? And FSSC is the 3 year validity. So it's again depend on the customer, the manufacturer chooses certification.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Ma'am, there is a question.
Yes.
Which body conducts third-party audits for FSSAI?
So maximum all the bodies, there is a criteria for the FSSAI that who the body which is accredited by NABCB, our accreditation body of the India. Only those body can conduct the FSSAI. If you go to the website on the FSSAI, they already recognize some certification body. The list is there. So so through that certification body, you can conduct the FSSAI audit. I'm also the FSSAI auditor. FSSAI, I'm doing also the third party audit on the behalf of different certification bodies. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Any other question from participant side?
Any more questions? Someone was there. I think. Thanks more for the informative sections. Okay. Anyone want to ask the question? I think Jyoti madam, you have given very detailed knowledge about that one, and even this interaction was also very nice. And
Yes,
they
sir.
have asked all the questions, and even they are putting in the chat box that it was very informative. And so, thank you very much for all this
Thank you.
information from there. From on behalf of that, I'm just thanking you also.
Thank you, sir.
And as you yesterday told, you have the again you need to go to the some I think the 2 years later 2 hours one more session is there, no, or you
Yes,
need to go
yes.
to the audit, and even morning also you're totally busy, but still you can manage this lecture. So on behalf of Department of Technology, I'm very much thankful to you, and seeing your career is I think that is bright to us also. You are upgrading from that BTech, MTech, and then after that one whole thing is there. So thank you very much for accepting our
Thank
invitation and giving such a nice.
Thank you so much. Thank you all the participants, and thank you Atal and the Shivaji University, and thank you Mr. Urchan for this opportunity. It's really a pleasure to me for such an invitation, and thanks for giving opportunity as a speaker in these nice sessions. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Karishma madam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Karishma. Thank you for your coordination and everything. Thank you.
Thanks to you, ma'am.
सो झालं तुमचं कन्क्लुडिंग झालं वोट ऑफ थँक्स झालं तुमचं
Sir, yes, shall I?
हां
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I would like to give vote of thanks. I can't control myself. Actually, the session was very fruitful. And in this short period of time, you have covered all the certifications and food safety standards that are required for food industries. And how to do career in this. Actually, when I was working in a private college, I used to get many questions from the students that how we can do the career. So now I got the idea that I can share some views about this. And if not, I will give your contact number to them. And that
Sure.
will really help them to make their career or to build their career in this a particular area. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your valuable time and knowledge with us.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
The participants, we will meet by 3 p.m. There will be validatory function. Then this feedback will be there during the validatory function, and after that one, exam will be there. So join you by 3 p.m. once more time. Thank you, madam, once more time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
yes.
again.
So
Thank you.
now we
Bye.
will end this session. Meet you soon.
Yeah.